Hey, good evening, rock and rollers and all the ships at sea. This is an explanation of the chords for that Jackson Browne song, On the Boulevard. Okay, it's in A in standard tuning. It kind of sounds like an open G song, but it's not. Standard tuning. And it requires that you play your, it's in A, and it requires that you play your A with one finger all across the strings as opposed to this. So we'll play it like that. But it actually starts in this kind of A suspended chord, which is take your A on the regular 3 strings in the 2nd fret, the D, G, and B strings in the 2nd fret. Suspend with your middle finger, suspend the B string in the 3rd fret, and then the D string in the 4th fret. So you're kind of strumming it. You have to do a downstroke really on that. So it hammers off, but the tone actually goes up to that E note. That actually takes a little bit of, if you're not used to kind of doing that on the fly, that takes a little bit of practice to get it, because you want to get that E string up, but you also do want to get that E down, so you're doing, so you're coming off that suspension, but you also are going up to that. So you have to do the full chord on an upstroke like this. And then that little turnaround part is, so go up to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret, your index finger on the B string, your pointer finger, and then your middle finger on the G string in the next fret up, 6th fret, then down 2 frets, down 2 frets, and then this next one is it's part of an A chord in the 2nd fret. The bottom 2 strings that you would do for the A chord. So it's your ring finger on the B string in the 2nd fret, and your middle finger on the G string in the 2nd fret. And then there's the last one it's the bottom part of an E, but only the one finger, only your pointer finger and the B string. So pointer finger in the 1st fret on the G, and an open B string. Then it starts over at the beginning. And the weird thing is, it goes like in the intro, it just does 2 of these. But then when it goes into the verse in the next break, it actually does 3 of them. So you have to really listen to it to get the count, because sometimes it's only 2 of these. Other times it's 3 before it goes into the break. And then it's an E during that part when it kind of, the breakdown part where it slows down. And then F sharp minor. Then back to E again. Back to F sharp minor. And then, so that's just a G walk down to the E string. So that's that same chord shape that you did here, except you're doing it on up in the D. It's basically a D being suspended up here. And that's the whole song. It goes back into another one of these. And that's the whole thing. So the only real trick is the turnaround part. Once you got this, Send me a message on YouTube if you have any questions. Good luck. Bye.